first things first, I want to see how it is putting this paper in. So since we got this open, we're gonna grab this pole. Seems easy enough. This side is screwed in, guys, the black side. So don't try to remove that side. This side is the side that comes off easily, the clear side. So we're gonna sit this down here, and we're gonna sit this down here too. Now, if your house is not level, it might be different, but these got little grooves that could probably keep it in place from rolling if y'all wanted to try that. We're gonna check out this paper, which is the 24-inch roll, which is the meat and potatoes. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put this in the machine. We plugged it up already. So we put this on the roll. Now see how it goes on there like so. And when you push it all the way to this black side just now, it like snugged on there. So it's sturdy, it's not just free roaming around. And when you put this inside here, it looks like it's gonna put the paper, hold the paper in place. Yeah. So see, now that's on there firmly. It's not like wiggling around or loose just because it's a wheel and it looks like that. Now, what we're gonna do is just put this right back. Let me move this. See, I don't know if this is supposed to be like just pushed forward for now. So that's what we're gonna just do. That just makes the most sense. So we're gonna grab this by these. And I don't know if you can see these little grooves right here, but just drop it back where you picked it up from. It's not rocket science. It's grooves right there. You can just drop it back. Now look, one thing, I got the brown paper still on. I'm gonna remove the brown paper because that's just the covering. It's just the protective covering for shipping. So we remove that first. And now we got our sublimation paper. It says all-purpose paper, and it kind of is. And look at that. That just clicks right in there. No problem, right? And then you feed the paper in like so. Like that. Let's close this top. Now see this top? You hear that click? Let that click close. And I'm gonna just see something. Okay, so right here, this right here, the paper holder, it got a resting spot right here. So this is basically, you know, how you can stay set up if you want it. You can have your paper there, because I heard it could read from both, and I think it could print to both at the same time. So that's awesome. You got 8.5 by 11, 11 by 17. I'm not sure if it does 13 by 19, but if it doesn't, you can still achieve that here on your bigger roll. Now I'm looking for the power button, and I've noticed that it's right here, but there's tape here for some reason. Little compartment. This must be where the maintenance tape goes. I'm not sure. This is some type of protection thing. I don't think it's useful. And that's a little compartment there. I'm not 100% sure yet what it's for. So I'll close this back. And we're gonna hit the power button. Yes. This is the quick start guide. I just wanted to let you guys see that it's working, and I'm super happy. We're gonna load up the ink tanks in there. Okay, so I went ahead and turned the printer back off so I could load the ink in the cartridge. So these are like mini sublimation bulk inks. They're not too expensive, and this is one of the reasons, it's the main reason why I went with this over the Sawgrass other than the wide format. So Epson is also known for very, very high quality in print. Supposed to shake these slightly, like this. Shake them for a little while. I guess, you know, you just agitate the cartridge a little bit. When the ink has been sitting, you want to just move it up around. Now, from the way that you're supposed to install this ink. It's like you just let it load and you don't squeeze the bottle or nothing. You just turn the cartridge upside down. It clicks in place, and they won't fit if you put it in the wrong spot. So I believe I agitated this enough. So I'm gonna open it up. Okay. And yes, this fits a certain way. So turn it upside down and leave it like that. Then over here in the front is where you will see the ink levels. As you can see, there's ink already going in there. Hear it? Boop, 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 boop. Like someone's drinking something. Now make sure you put the cap back on. So it's like a no drip thing when you take this off. Just now, we was just checking. And I believe when you first load in and charging the cartridges, you have to fill it up to the top. At least that's what I've seen. Because I'm just going to do them in order. I was thinking to myself, maybe I should do 2 at a time. But it really doesn't take that long to get the ink out of the bottle into the printer. So the level fills up, I mean like a minute. So it's okay. And you don't want to shake it too much, because it'll make it really like bubbly. I'll be back when we finish loading up all these. These are pretty much the same. As you see on the top, I just wanted to make a note that they are different right here. So they wouldn't even fit if they weren't in the wrong spot, which is great because that would destroy the printer. It's hard to really mess it up. It looks like pretty much straightforward. You could kind of hear the ink stopping when it's finished loading, and down here you can tell that everything's loaded. I'm gonna close these back right here. Leave these in this position here, guys. Only use them and put them on top of the printer air holes when you're transporting it, so you have no spill. All right, make sure these are down firmly. It's important. Close your top drawer back. Okay. Now, since we all loaded up, we have another set in the stash, and we're gonna order 2 more just to make sure. Heard it lasts a long time. So now we're gonna come back over here and cut it back on. Do you have to hold it? I guess so. Yeah, you hold it like a second. Okay, it's ready to go through the setup process. Let's get it set up. It says, thank you for your purchase. So, here we go. It's telling you to remove all of the protective parts for transportation, and we already done that, so we're gonna hit done. Okay, it's saying what kind of format do you want? I want the month, day, year. All right, this is already set here. Today is the 20th, 2020. We haven't put the maintenance box in. So if you press this, it'll show you how to install the maintenance box. It says prepare the new maintenance box and attach the bag. See, that bag was important. Open the maintenance box cover on the back side to replace the maintenance box. Okay, so we're gonna go do that. We're gonna set this up. We ain't gonna run y'all through this. You get it, you can go through it. So it says we're filling the ink. Make sure not to squeeze it. The bottle. Make sure not to squeeze the bottle. It may splash. You know, proceed. All right, we filled it all up. It says make sure that all of the color inks are filled up to the upper ink line on the ink tank. Okay, so we're going to just make sure everything is filled up to the top. Okay, it says make sure that all the color inks are filled up to the upper line on the ink tank. Let's get ready start charging the ink. And it says initializing. Do not open any covers or turn power off until initializing is complete. This takes about 75 minutes. We'll be back. After you filled up all the inks and you let them charge, and it takes about, it says that it's going to take 70 something minutes, but it really took about 25 to 30 minutes. So there's still some ink left in the bottle after you initially fill it up. So after you fill it up, all you have to do is reopen the cover again and then load the rest of the inks inside, close it back. As you can see, they fill up to the suggested 2/3 line mark. Now we're gonna have to hit proceed over here, and it says refill, and we did that already. We did it. It's telling us to select all of the colors that we refilled, and it's all of these. We selected and refilled all of them. So we proceeded. It says, is the ink in all of the black, the magenta, the yellow, and the cyan filled up to the upper line? And you're gonna say yes. It's filled up to the upper line. The ink level for the black, the magenta, the yellow, and the cyan has been reset to the upper line. You're gonna hit OK. Boom. Now you are in the main menu. Let's go over here to our trusty MacBook. I'm getting ready to hit the print button so you can know what time, how long it takes. On the count of 3, I'm gonna hit the print button and let this go in real time so you can see how long it takes to print our logo. Now, do remember I'm gonna have it printed in a mirror image because we're gonna press it on a t-shirt. I'm gonna sublimate it. Okay, so now we're going for our first print. Now, it's cutting it, and now it's gonna release it. Okay, y'all, now I'm gonna take you over to the heat press. We got our butcher paper over here. We got our shirt over here. I'm gonna show you how to sublimate. We got our design that we printed out, and it's reversed as you see. I'm gonna cut down the edges some really quick. So right now we're gonna pre-press our shirt. We cut our design down. It's reversed like I said. So right now I'm gonna press this for 5 seconds. Okay, and let that up just to get some moisture out of the shirt. If you actually don't, if you take it off when it's really hot, you can see the wetness sometimes that comes out of the shirt on the plaid. So the moisture is a real deal. And right now what I'm gonna do is fold this shirt in half so I can get a pretty decent center of the shirt. The shirt that I'm making right now is not for sale. It's just to show you guys how I sublimate shirts in general. Now it's time to press our design, and this is how you sublimate a shirt. So now we want this up pretty high, but not too high. Right? We can do the 4-finger rule, but what's good about this is that I could see the design on the shirt. Like I could see where the design is gonna land on the shirt. So this is good for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna put, this is the butcher paper. You can put this on there. I put that on there, especially if I'm doing vinyl and other designs, because the Teflon, sometimes if you just put this by itself, it might leave these little grooves in your design. And sometimes I don't know if it is from the Teflon or if it's from the actual t-shirt, but it just looks like the t-shirt groove, so it's not really noticeable. But I look for perfection, so I look at all of that stuff. Okay, let's see how this comes out. Now, when you're doing sublimation, you want to do it with a firm pressure, right? I didn't set this too firm, but you want to make sure you do it with a firm pressure, and you want to do it at around between, they say between like 385 to 400. Some other things sublimate at different temperatures. So the sublimation process is basically you heat it up and it turns this sublimation ink into a gas, and then the gas releases on whatever you're pressing it on. So you want to make sure you have a firm pressure for this to happen, so you get a nice clear copy. So I'm holding it down because I don't have it on heavy pressure. I didn't check the tension, but I did set the seconds for 61 seconds. So you want to go about a minute at least, around 400 degrees. My temperature, my heat press temperature drops when you close the clamshell. So now you want to open it up and take it off. Take that off. Then we peel our design off. Now a lot of people would have probably used heat tape and stuff like that, and you could. Wow. You can. You can use heat tape. Oh my God, look at that. Oh my God, that is so bright. You can use heat tape and stuff like that too, and that can't hurt. But like I said, I've been in the game for a while. I've sublimated before, and this is absolutely the best colorful shirt from the Epson F570 in the game. Oh man, can y'all see that? Does that look beautiful to you? Because it definitely looks beautiful to me. I want to know if I could double print. I must believe it. That's why I'm trying it. Let's get to it. Let's see if it worked. I left it for about 3-4 seconds extra just to make sure if there was any chance of this working. It had full option, full chance. And now, the moment of truth. Oh my God, it did it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look, y'all, this is the same paper. Y'all can rewind the video back and check the cuts on the paper. No one can duplicate those cuts. Oh, yo. Let's see how the print came out. Yo, do y'all know what this means? You could do 2 shirts with 1 print. Look at that. Vibrant, not as vibrant as the first, I must admit. Perfectly good. Look at the other side, how rich that is, though. Wow. This Epson F570 is amazing. Like, you could have totally did someone a shirt like this and they would appreciate it. This is super quality. Y'all already see how happy and stoked I am on this. Get you one if you could. Thanks for watching. Peace.